The clock is the most honest judge of all. It ticks whether you're ready or not. Every second you waste in doubt or fear is a second stolen from your destiny. Time doesn't pause for indecision. It rewards only those who act with purpose. Success belongs to the man who moves while others sleep. So rise now, for the clock won't wait, but your future can. 1. Time lost is opportunity lost forever. 2. Procrastination is the silent killer of dreams. 3. Action taken today builds tomorrow's success. 4. The future belongs to those who move with urgency. 5. Every second counts, use it or lose it. Time lost is opportunity lost forever, and once a moment slips through your fingers, no power on earth can retrieve it. We live in a world where every tick of the clock is a silent reminder that life is moving forward whether we're ready or not. Most people don't realize this until they're staring in the rearview mirror of regret, wondering where all the years went, wondering why their dreams were never fulfilled. The truth is, opportunity does not wait for permission. It doesn't knock twice. It doesn't leave a voicemail, and it certainly doesn't care if you're tired, distracted, or scared. It comes and goes with the rhythm of time, which never stops marching. Every second you hesitate, every moment you doubt yourself, every day you push your goals to tomorrow, you're actually throwing golden chances into the wind, chances that someone else, more alert and more committed, is already picking up. It's not just about being busy, it's about being intentional. You could work all day and still accomplish nothing meaningful if you're not aligning your energy with your true purpose. The clock doesn't care if you're confused, uncertain, or afraid. It just keeps ticking, and with every tick, your window of possibility narrows unless you act. Many wait for the perfect time to begin, not knowing that perfect moments are illusions created by fear to delay progress. Success belongs to the individual who says, "I'll start now, even if I'm not ready," because readiness often follows action, not the other way around. While others are waiting, the doers are building. While others are doubting, the brave are leaping. And while others are asleep to their potential, the committed are grinding through the hours, turning invisible effort into visible achievement. The opportunity you missed yesterday might have changed your entire life today, but you won't know because you let it slip away. Think about how many times you said later, and it became never. Think about how often you told yourself you'd try when you felt more motivated, only to find that motivation faded with the day. That's the cruel trick of time. It doesn't accommodate your feelings. It doesn't stop for your excuses. It doesn't slow down so you can catch your breath. It moves whether you win or lose, whether you grow or stay stuck. And because time is limited, every second becomes precious. You must treat your minutes like gold, your hours like diamonds, your days like sacred opportunities to design the life you truly want. Don't let the sun set on your dreams while you're scrolling, sleeping, or settling. The life you desire is possible, but only if you understand this truth. Time is your most valuable asset, and once it's gone, it never returns. You can lose money and earn it back. You can lose relationships and find new ones. But when you lose time, you lose everything that could have been. Opportunity is a seed that needs the soil of action to grow, and action demands time. So every time you waste a moment, you bury a seed that might have grown into something magnificent. Don't wait for tragedy or age to wake you up. Wake up now. Decide right here, right now, that you will no longer treat time casually, that you will no longer toss your potential into the pit of distraction, that you will rise each day with a fire to maximize every hour, every task, every breath. Because when you fully grasp that time lost is opportunity lost forever, you stop taking chances with your future. You stop gambling with your destiny. You start showing up as if everything depends on this very moment, because it does. The clock won't wait for you, and neither will life. So move now. Procrastination is the silent killer of dreams. creeping in with soft whispers and harmless excuses until it quietly robs you of everything you once hoped to become. It doesn't come crashing through the door announcing its destruction. It's subtle, sneaky, and deceptive, making you feel like you've got all the time in the world. I'll do it tomorrow, you say, but tomorrow turns into next week, next month, and eventually never. It's not laziness that steals your future, it's delay. You keep waiting for the perfect moment, the right energy, the ideal mood, and in that wait, your vision slowly fades into the background of your life. You don't even notice the damage at first because procrastination makes you feel safe, like you're still in control, but it's a trap. While you're stalling, someone else is starting. While you're overthinking, someone else is executing. And that dream you thought was uniquely yours, someone else is turning it into reality because they had the courage to begin while you were hesitating. The harsh truth is, procrastination doesn't just cost you time, it costs you confidence. Every time you put something off, you chip away at your own belief in yourself. Your goals feel bigger, your energy feels smaller, and before long, you begin to question whether you were ever capable in the first place. It builds a habit of avoidance that grows roots deep into your mindset, convincing you that discomfort should be avoided when in reality, discomfort is where your transformation happens. Success doesn't come to those who wait. It comes to those who are willing to act even when they don't feel like it. And here's the thing, most of the time, you won't feel like it. You'll feel tired, uncertain, afraid of failing or being judged. But you must act anyway. Discipline means doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel motivated. If you rely on emotions to determine your actions, procrastination will own you. It'll tell you not now, and you'll listen. It'll tell you you're not ready, and you'll believe it. And meanwhile, time keeps moving, opportunities keep disappearing, and your future keeps drifting further out of reach. Think about how many chances you've already missed because of hesitation. Think about all the ideas that never got built, the talents you never explored, the conversations you never had, all because you kept putting them off. That is the power of procrastination. It doesn't just steal your actions, it erases entire chapters from your life story. It replaces bold decisions with safe delays, and in doing so, it kills momentum, which is the very fuel that dreams run on. If you want to change your life, you've got to declare war on procrastination. You must stop giving in to the lie that tomorrow is guaranteed. Start before you feel ready. Act while fear still lingers. Move while doubt whispers in your ear. That's the only way to build the habits, the belief, and the results that separate dreamers from doers. Nobody ever reached greatness by waiting for convenience. They reached it by pushing through resistance, by showing up again and again, even when it would have been easier to wait. So if you've been stuck in a cycle of delay, don't wait for some external sign to push you forward. Be your own wake-up call. Set a goal, break it into steps, and take the first one today. Because the moment you start, you reclaim your power. You silence the voice of procrastination with the roar of action, and from that moment on, every step you take builds the momentum you need to escape the grip of delay forever. Your dreams deserve more than your excuses. Your future depends on your discipline, so don't let procrastination steal another moment. Make a move now, no matter how small, because progress begins the second you do. Action taken today builds tomorrow's success, and there's no getting around that truth no matter how hard you try to wish it away or delay the effort. Every great achievement you've ever admired, every successful person you've looked up to, began with a decision to do something today, not someday. Someday is the most dangerous word in the language of success because it gives you a false sense of progress while you remain completely still. You may have dreams, goals, and visions for the future, but none of it matters unless you're willing to take bold, deliberate action right now. The steps you take today, even if they seem small or insignificant, are actually laying the bricks of your future foundation. The habits you develop today are shaping your mindset, your skill set, your discipline. Waiting for the perfect time, the perfect mood, or the perfect plan is just a sophisticated form of avoidance. Progress doesn't require perfection. It requires motion. You don't need to know the entire path. You only need to move your feet. Every great journey starts with a single step, and if you refuse to take that step today, you forfeit the compound power of momentum. Action is what gives shape to your potential. It's the bridge between vision and reality. Without it, your ideas remain locked in your mind, untested, unproven, and ultimately unfulfilled. Far too many people spend years preparing, learning, thinking, and waiting, yet never doing, and they wonder why success seems to always pass them by. It's not because they weren't capable, but because they didn't execute. Life rewards action, not intention. You could have the most brilliant ideas, the strongest desires, and the clearest vision, but if you don't move, none of it counts. Action is what turns the intangible into the tangible. When you show up, when you do the work, when you keep going in the face of resistance, that's when doors open. That's when luck begins to lean in your direction. That's when you build the confidence, the experience, and the resilience that you'll need later when bigger challenges arise. People often ask, how do I stay motivated? But they've got it backwards. Motivation doesn't create action. Action creates motivation. When you move, you feel progress. When you feel progress, you gain energy, and that energy fuels more action, which builds a cycle of momentum that pushes you closer to your goals every single day. On the other hand, when you hesitate, overthink, or doubt, you stall that engine. The longer you wait, the harder it gets to start, so start now. Do what you can with what you have. Don't underestimate the power of small, consistent actions because success isn't built in a single leap, it's built in thousands of quiet, invisible steps that nobody sees. It's the early mornings, the late nights, the disciplined choices, and the moments where you push through even when nobody's watching. That's what builds a future worth living. Every day is a new opportunity to invest in the person you want to become. If you waste today, you've stolen from tomorrow. But if you use it wisely, you'll gain ground, build strength, and set the tone for everything that follows. Action taken today compounds. One decision leads to another. One skill leads to another. One courageous move can change the entire direction of your life. Don't make the mistake of believing you have time to waste. You don't. The clock is ticking, and your future is being built with or without your permission. So take command of it. Own your decisions. Push yourself forward. Choose growth over comfort, because everything you dream of, every goal, every breakthrough, every bit of success is waiting for you to begin. The sooner you act, the sooner you arrive. The future belongs to those who move with urgency, not to those who wait for life to hand them a perfect opportunity on a silver platter, because the truth is, life doesn't wait and neither does success. Every second that passes is a moment that will never come again, and those who understand this are the ones who get ahead, while everyone else is still planning, still waiting, still hoping for the stars to align. You've got to be hungry, driven, and willing to act even when you're unsure, because those who wait for clarity before they move usually stay stuck in the same spot for years. Urgency is not panic. It's purpose in motion. It means you treat your goals like they matter because they do. It means you stop hitting the snooze button on your dreams, stop pushing things to later, and start taking charge of your direction like your life depends on it, because it does. The future doesn't just happen, it's shaped by the decisions you make today. If you walk slowly toward your dreams, don't be surprised if someone else runs past you and grabs them first. In this world, the person who gets there first isn't always the most talented, the smartest, or the most connected. It's the one who moved fast enough to catch the opportunity before it faded away. So many people have brilliant ideas, powerful visions, and incredible talent, but they lack one thing: urgency. They treat their potential like it's unlimited, like there will always be more time, more chances, more tomorrows. But time doesn't make promises. Every day you delay, the future you want drifts further away. Urgency doesn't mean rushing blindly. It means being intentional, being consistent, and refusing to waste time on things that don't move you forward. It means knowing that the difference between one day and day one is a decision. The people who own the future are the ones who don't hesitate. They don't let fear slow them down, and they don't get lost in endless planning. They step into the unknown, they take risks, and they trust that movement creates progress, because it does. The more you move, the more you learn. The more you learn, the better you get, and the better you get, the closer you get to the life you want. Urgency builds momentum, and momentum is what makes the impossible feel possible. Without it, your dreams stay distant. With it, your dreams start chasing you. People often underestimate how powerful a single focused day can be. A day spent with urgency can do more for your future than a month spent in hesitation. When you move fast with intention, you collapse time, you accelerate results, you push past doubt and enter a rhythm of progress that few ever tap into. That's why urgency matters. It's the secret weapon of achievers, the mindset that says, I may not be the best, but I will outwork and outpace everyone standing still. It's not about being busy, it's about being effective. It's about understanding that this moment right now is your chance to take control, to take a step, to change the trajectory of your life. The clock is ticking, and you don't get to pause it. But you do get to choose how you spend it. So move like your future depends on your present, because it does. Act with urgency, and you'll be shocked at how quickly doors open, how fast you grow, and how far you go. Because in the end, the future doesn't belong to the hesitant or the lazy. It belongs to the bold, the driven, the ones who treat time like gold and chase their dreams like they're running out of breath. The question isn't whether you're capable. The question is whether you'll act before the moment's gone. So don't wait, run. Regret is the loudest voice in the room when the clock runs out, and it doesn't whisper, it screams, because it knows you had a chance, and you let it slip through your fingers while telling yourself there was still time left, still another day, still another excuse to hold on to. But the truth is, opportunities are not eternal. They are fleeting moments that knock quietly and vanish quickly if you don't answer. And when you finally look back on your life, it won't be the things you failed at that haunt you. It will be the things you never tried, the actions you never took, the words you never spoke, the courage you never summoned. That's what builds the heavy weight of regret, the kind that presses on your chest in the silence of the night and reminds you that you could have been more, done more, lived more boldly, but instead you waited. You waited for the right time, the right people, the perfect plan, and in doing so, you gave away the one thing you can never get back, time. And that's the cruel trick of it. Time feels abundant when you're young, but it moves faster than you think, and one day you'll wake up and realize that what you thought was plenty of time was just a lie you told yourself to stay comfortable. Regret is the debt you pay for indecision. It's the cost of choosing safety over growth, fear over faith, hesitation over hustle, and the worst part, it doesn't show up right away. No, it waits. It hides in the background while you keep making promises to yourself. Tomorrow I'll start. Tomorrow I'll change. Tomorrow I'll chase that dream. But tomorrow becomes a graveyard of intentions that were never acted on. One day becomes 1 week becomes 1 year, and before you know it, you're standing in front of a mirror wondering where all that time went and why you didn't do more with it. Regret doesn't care how valid your reasons were, how scared you felt, or how hard life got. It only cares that you stopped moving, that you silenced your own potential, that you let the fire burn out because you were too afraid to fan the flame. And that's why the pain of regret is so sharp, because deep down you knew better, you knew you had something inside of you, you knew you were capable of more, and yet you settled. You accepted average when you were meant for greatness. You let your dreams sit in the corner collecting dust while you chased comfort, distractions, and other people's approval, and in doing so you betrayed yourself, but it doesn't have to end that way. Regret is a teacher, and if you listen closely, it can become the fuel that powers your comeback. You can let it break you, or you can let it build you. You can let it chain you to the past, or you can let it push you into the future with fire in your soul and purpose in your steps. You don't have to wait until it's too late to start living like time matters. You can decide today that you're done living beneath your potential. You can decide right now that you're done collecting regrets and ready to start collecting victories. You've got breath in your lungs, strength in your bones, and dreams that are still alive. And that means it's not over yet, not even close. Use the pain of past regret to sharpen your focus and intensify your actions. Use it as a reminder that time is precious, that chances are rare, and that you're not promised another shot. Make every day count, move with urgency, speak your truth, build what you were meant to build. Love fearlessly, work relentlessly, and dream so big it scares you, because the only thing worse than failing is never trying, and the only thing worse than falling is staying down. Don't let the future version of you live with the ache of wondering, what if? Let that version of you smile with pride and say, I gave it everything I had. You can't control the past, but you can choose what kind of regret you carry, the kind that says, I wish I had, or the kind that says, I'm glad I did. Choose wisely, because the clock won't wait.